at home today. Yeah, we got quite the snowfall happening since about this time yesterday, maybe a little earlier. Gee, I think we're up to 8, 10 inches at this point. So no work for this lad today. I got as far as our local shop in town here to pick up some inventory to take to Napanee, which normally it's a 40-mile drive. It took me about 20 minutes to do the 4-mile drive just over to the first store. And I said, nope, this isn't safe. Staying off the roads, come back home, spend some time with you guys. Our Metal Stage podcast in the house. Hey, Sinner, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. So, yeah, I actually plugged in the guitar this week. Going through a little multi-effects unit I owned forever and a day. I was talking with Mr. BHB Bruce, I think his name is. Hey, Simon from Bristol, UK. Awesome, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Dry Heat 480, how's it going? Yeah, awesome. I don't know, let me know how the vocal levels are as opposed to the guitar, although I probably won't be doing a whole lot at the same time. I'm using a different microphone today. I'm not using the built-in one with the earbuds. So yeah, I watched last week's chat and I realized, yeah, I'm playing a lot unplugged and you can't really hear it or anything. So I figured, what the hell? So yeah. So how y'all doing today? Curious to see how everyone's doing. If everyone's going out later, staying in later. Vocals are way low. Okay, let's see. Turn them up some more here. Check your mic, can hardly hear you. Hey, Joe Wentz, how you doing? How's that? Is that a little better? I got it kind of maxed out at the moment. I'm using a Beta 58, but I've got it like a foot and a half from me. I'll try moving it a little closer too. Excuse me. Let's see what we can do here. Sorry if you hear some movement and such. Try that. It's a little closer too. Like I say, I'm just kind of fine-tuning this. Was going to do a test earlier using Google Hangouts from my laptop, but to get everything interfaced in as far as vocals and stuff like that, I don't have. I was going to run through a mixer board into. Oh, there's Mr. Bruce himself on Messenger. Well, tune in with us, Bruce. Join the fun. And what was I saying? I got distracted. Thanks, Bruce. You distracted me. Yeah, I got a mixer board, but I don't have all the cables. And here, I'll try to stay a little closer. I don't have all the cables here to hook up the mixer to my laptop. So that wasn't going to work too well. I swung by Richie's place last night, picked up an old mixer that I have there. It's not reliable enough for stage use right now, but it'll work for here. It's got a lot of dirty pots, so once you find the sweet spot anyways, it should be good to go. In case you're wondering, I am playing my 67 Tele today, because it's the only guitar that I have here that's electric and playable at the moment. So, kind of made the choice rather easy, yeah. So. Should have warmed up before I came on, but sounds okay in that mix. Oh yeah, in case you're waiting, I'm using one of the original Zoom units. I don't have enough here. Hang on. Just gonna move the camera really quick, folks, just so you can see this. That's the unit I'm using. Pretty much one of the original Zoom units. I picked it up 20-something years ago, I believe. Oh, let me just get this back here. See, this is what happens when you move the camera, then things are crooked and stuff. So I apologize, folks, for all the movement. But almost. And, well, that's what we're going to work with. That's the angle. Sorry, guys. So yeah, little Zoom unit's got a bunch of presets in it. So a little cleaner with some not too bad, not too bad. So with some flange on it. So I just found a wrong. What am I using here? We are using the Masters Sound, apparently. Whatever that is. So there we go. Guitar's good volume. Alright. I'll try to speak up as well. Like I say, I don't have a mic stand here, so I'm actually using the stand I use for working on guitars to support the neck. Hey, Mr. B. Is that Bruce? Bruce made it. Yay. Alright. So yeah, I always love playing this Tele. I gotta put some new strings on it. I haven't. All right, I shouldn't say, but because I don't play this thing as much as I play my other stuff, I think these strings have been on here for a year or more. I'm thinking at least that. So, but yeah. Let's try to dial in something a little more mid-range. Yeah, tie your mother down. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Oh, Mr. Bruce saying hey to everybody. Yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up already, guys. Thanks. I appreciate that. They do help. Everyone knows, or should know, they do really help any channel that, anytime you watch a video, if you like it, definitely give it that thumbs up. Here, let me just move this cable around again. It really does help any channel as far as helps them with their content. And it gives them a review too, right? Like they know, hey, wow, this video here got a ton of thumbs up. Better keep doing what I was doing in that one. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, one more. Thanks. Any requests? Can't think of anything off the top of my head, but just keep hitting that A chord and hope for inspiration. When I was messing around with this earlier, I was playing all kinds of old things. It's amazing, you hit a different preset and it just changes your mind, as to what you want to play. Like I'm hearing this. I don't know what that's. Just picturing playing through a half stack at the minimum. Nice room reverb. E-string wants to keep popping out. Asking for requests is like putting head in lion's mouth. Yeah. Well, it's just more because I couldn't think of anything to play, Simon. And thanks again for tuning in all the way from the UK. That's awesome. I'm always curious when I look at views after we post a video. You can kind of see where people from around the world are watching a particular video, and I'm always curious who's watching where, because I know a few of the regulars that, we all see each other online during these live streams. And, you have an idea, like I say, of most of the regulars and stuff, but like for instance, somebody in Australia has been following the channel, watching stuff, which is awesome. But I have no idea who it is. But awesome. If you're watching this video and you're the chap or lady from Australia that's been watching the videos, send me a message or a comment on one of the vids. Let us know who it is and what brought you to the channel. That's awesome. I really appreciate it. What else did I want to cover today? Well, let's see. I'll mention it now and I'll mention it again. We are going to be we're drawing the winner for this week. The winner will be announced on this Thursday show that Rich and I do. It's a fun time watching people like me who work and play as a hobby in their free time. I hear ya. I hear ya. I'm same way. So yeah, Digitech Death Metal pedal. Pretty decent condition, dual output, one to mixer, one to amp, so I assume one's a line level output. No gain control, unless it has an internal trim pot. I haven't taken it apart to take a look. Primarily, it uses Torx screws. That's awesome. If you want to hear the pedal, go back to the last show that Richie and I did last Thursday. Don't ask me the date. I'm terrible with dates. We put it through its paces. Sounded better than I remember it. Excuse me. But yeah, we're giving it away this Thursday. To enter, all you have to do is comment on any previous recorded video, just not on the live stream in the chat because these disappear. And I don't want to forget anybody who has entered. We've got some entries already, of course. But definitely just comment on any of our videos. Just say, I want that pedal, I need that pedal, give me that pedal. And we will be announcing the winner on this Thursday's show, Richie and I. And at that point, you can contact us through the YouTube channel, even commenting who you are. But probably better actual message or email. I'll probably put in my email address or mention my email address, which I don't like to do, but I will do. Or if we're friends on Facebook and you happen to win, just shoot me a message. Long story short, I'll need your address so to be able to send it to you. So I hope whoever wins it enjoys it. It's just something I had laying around. Why not give it away and let one of you fine folks enjoy it. We don't play that type of sound in our band, Richie and I. We're more of the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers covers the Beatles type thing. Definitely a lower gain setup. Not quite that clean. Ooh, that's a nice clean compressed sound. Back to the rock. So yeah, I've got a bunch. As Richie said last year, I wasn't collecting pedals, I was hoarding them. I could not go more than 2 weeks over the last couple of years without buying a pedal of some kind. Part of that is getting a nice discount on pedals through buddies and stuff, or pick up used units. So death metal surplus, I also have an MXR full bore metal. I've got a modded Metal Zone that I might do a segment on. It's a buddy of mine modded it, Tri-Gain mod. If you do a search on that for the Metal Zone, you'll probably find out the information on it. It's awesome. It's 3 pedals in one. Also have a Dimebag Darrell overdrive. What is that? 18-volt overdrive. That, I want to say MXR brought it out. I was looking at it earlier today. Isn't that terrible? Camouflage. It's got a little push button. Gives you Dimes preset right then and there. Yeah. So I got a bunch. I got a Boss Mega Distortion on my Flyaway board. And none of these pedals I actually use on my current rig. And I have 4 overdrives on my current board. One overdrive though is used for a lead boost, which if you guys are interested, Richie and I were talking about that last week, we'll do a segment on our pedal boards soon because they're always changing. Excuse me. Clear but low volume. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, let me move a little closer, see if that helps. Let's see if if I can cheat that mic another inch or two. Oh, we were able to cheat the mic a little further. So hopefully that's a little better, guys. Riffs. I love using that as a warm-up. I will have a mic stand here next week, so you will be able to hear me better. The idea too is I'm going to sit further back with some different, I can't find my actual headphones with long cables, so I'm kind of tethered the way it is right now with the earbuds, so be able to move back so you can kind of see what I'm doing and this and that, I guess, you know, so you're not look at me just sitting here and can't really see I'm playing or anything. I do apologize for that, but we work with what we have until we get something better. Not bad for tuning by ear. I don't have a tuner at home, apparently. Can't find one anywhere. I usually carry one in my backpack. Couldn't find it anywhere, but you dig my tone. Thanks, man. It's just using a preset on this little Zoom 1010 unit. I think I showed it actually before you jumped in, and I am going through. Actually, Bruce was asking me about this earlier today, how I was hooking up my guitar. Oh, there we go. It's a Roland Go mixer. Simple little unit. I think they retail for about $100 US. I paid 140 Canadian, and remember we do have approximately 20% exchange rate with the Americans, so it may sound like a bit of a sticker shock, but you do pay a bit more to get it shipped to Canada, or, well, I bought it in Canada, but for even the stores to ship them. Yes, Joe showed the same mixer. Actually, that's how I found out about him. He was talking about them, I believe, with Adam EVH. I want to say, because I believe he has one as well. I can't remember where exactly. I think it was on one of our Metal Stage podcasts, first shows. You guys were talking about it or something. Or maybe it was on one of Joe's Hangouts. And you guys start talking about it. It's like, immediately while you're talking, open up a new window on the old laptop. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, okay, yeah, that's sweet. And I saw the local chapter of the Evil Empire had stock, so I went by, picked it up, showed it to Richie, and fell in love with it. And then we used it, I think, on our second show. See, Mr. Joe Wentz is the man. He got that. Joe is the man. Heart of gold, quality chap. I saw there, Center said, yeah, that's how Adam sends me his. Yeah. I'm not even using, I hooked up this Zoom unit, because apparently there's some line level outputs. I'm not even using them. And Richie gave me another Zoom unit that has a bunch of cab sims and amp sims in it with room reverbs and stuff that he's used before. And I just plugged this in. I was like, oh, you know what? Sounds okay. Sounds okay to me. major pentatonic, I think it is. I don't even know. I just started playing lead. Believe it or not, I started playing guitar in 1989. I have basically I played one guitar solo, if you want to call it that. I traded off licks or something to that effect with my other guitar player in an old band, and then right about a year ago, Richie told me we were going to start covering the Allman Brothers Whipping Post, and he's like, "I'm going to rely on you heavy for this because." It is hard to sing and play at the same time, and he sings in the band. So he says, I'm going to have to rely on you. I'm going to need you to do a lot of lead work. And I was like, oh, so I'm going from never really playing lead ever to you want me to do Duane Allman's work. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Sure. Dick. But I loved it once I started learning how to play lead. Everyone kind of noodles around. To actually play lead over a song, and keep it structured. It was a challenge, and I butchered it for a good month and a half, and I kept working at it. And eventually, then by summertime, I was like, "Hey, shoot me a few more leads and some songs, if you don't mind." And now, especially with him singing and playing, he'll be playing a lot of rhythm while singing, and it just allows me to throw in those little licks here and there in between lines. As a lot of bands do. A lot of good bands do. And I always felt at first I was stepping over them in some way, shape, or form. Trying to stay in my lane essentially, but venturing a bit. And he's like, no, keep it up. It sounds great. It sounds great. And I was like, okay, sure. And I'm kind of from that, as you could probably hear, that Keith Richards style, country over rock, kind of rockabilly lead style. And that's my bag. That's what I do. Most of the guys in the area are more your straight rock and roll lead players / shredders, whatever. I can't do it, so I don't try. I've always been a huge fan of the roots music of rock and roll, and that's what I stick with. And it really helps. Like when we do Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress, I'll do the lead on that. When we do the Traveling Wilburys Rattled, I'll do a kind of a chicken picking lead over top of that. It just works. Yeah. Any of you fine folks have any questions out there? Or any comments you want to make? I don't know where I got some black on me, but that's lovely. Finish is coming off my vape. Yep. Oh, nice chunk of paint. Great, thanks. So yeah, I get so distracted. It's like, ooh, look, a kitty. Center has always learned something new from you guys. I feel lucky to be in this community. I agree, Bruce. I agree. And everybody, it's some people say it's all the same, but it's not. It's all a little different. Center and Adam and Jim, they do their thing. JJ's House of Jams. Hey, he's got the new name. There he is. Shouldn't you be like, I don't know, drinking Cabo down in Cabo or something? What's going on with you? You got nothing better to do? Come on. Listen to some Canadian on a snowy day. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. If you really want to know what it's like out, I'll just put this down. And we're just going to turn this sucker around. So yeah, that's out front of my place. Can't really see the road out front. There's a road right past those trees and stuff. You can't see squat. Oh, we're hanging the mixer off here. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, JJ's House of Jams. When you get back from vacay, sir, Mr. Jane James, shoot me a message when you're back. I want to discuss something with you if you don't mind. Just saying. You'll probably forget, I'll forget, and then I'll randomly message you and I'll be like, yeah, this is what I mentioned on a show a month ago while you're on vacation. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Covered the pedal giveaway. Showed you the weather outside. Yeah, which is why I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Got my new little rig set up here, expanding. So, for the Sunday chats. Time to get out the snowmobile. No, I stay inside, Bruce. I play guitar. Actually, it was funny. This morning, I was getting ready to leave for work, and I knew I'd have to leave early to try to make it. And I thought I heard the snowplow coming down the road. I'm like, yes, awesome. Because I don't have winter tires on my car. I just have all-season radials, which aren't that great. And what I thought was the rumble of a plow coming down the road was actually a snowmobile. And I went, yeah, okay. That's kind of the opposite. So, yeah, I got to put some new tires on my car too. It was crazy. It was crazy. Well, let's just say all season radials don't work driving on 2 to 3 inches of compressed snow. Just doesn't work. I haven't even really seen the plows today. I think they're just waiting till most of it falls. You know, we've got the OPP, which is our Ontario Provincial Police. They've been saying, just unless you have to go out, just don't. It kind of sounds like something you'd hear southern states and stuff, but it's been accumulating so much over the last 24 hours that they just can't keep up, and I don't blame them. Besides, get to stay inside, watch some YouTube, enjoy it. So yeah, how are we doing for time here? Oh, not even half hour in. Awesome. I'll stay on as long as you guys want me to. Well, to a point. My own little world there for a moment. Sorry about that, folks. Anything anyone's been hankering for? Possibly, we're at the time of year, tax season's coming up. You may have a bit of a refund coming. You may want to spend it on a new piece of gear. I picked up a guitar, last week before there, that Gretsch I was telling a bunch of folks about. And then Richie told me about a deal at a local pawn shop. I'm so broke right now, but there's sitting over there a BC Rich Mockingbird, I believe, in a case. I don't know what kind of a case, what quality case. He said case, could be a gig bag, could be a hard shell, but they're asking $169 for it. And I was like, ooh. Even if it's one of those plywood ones, hey, Jim Guidry's in the house. I figure I'll take a look inside, see if it's a plywood. But I would imagine for $169 it's a plywood, but it's like he said it was a dark trans purple. And I thought, ooh, that sounds just so different. I've always had a soft spot for the BC Rich Mockingbirds. So I'm really thinking I need it. It's another one of those I need. Ooh, just dropped some people there. Oh. Must have been something better on television or something else. Oh, well, I appreciate all you guys tuning in. It's all great. I appreciate it a lot. So, yeah, BC Rich Mockingbird possibly. I got to go take a look at it. The weather's terrible and missing a day's work doesn't help. So we'll see what we can do. We will see what we can do. Not that I need another guitar. Man, I've been averaging a guitar a month the last few months, so. But I got a couple I want to get rid of as well, so. I got, what do we got? A 1989 Ibanez EX350, which I believe was the first year they were released. It's either 88 or an 89. It's hard to tell the way Ibanez did their serial numbers back in the day. It's not the greatest guitar. And it does need some work. Pots are pretty dirty. It could probably use a new switch because those 5-way switches were never very good in it. Definitely needs clean up and stuff. The hardware is kind of getting a little rusty just from sitting. It's an old guitar and hasn't spent its entire life in a case. So I haven't really played it since the 90s, I guess. So yeah, that's going to go up on the auction block or whatever down the road. And I also have a 1989 American Stratocaster that I'm probably going to get rid of. Richie's interested in it, but I don't know if he can afford it. Needs a neck, so I'm going to put another neck on it before selling, because otherwise it's just a Strat body. It's not worth anything. But I've got you're selling some guitars as well, Center. Yeah, I never play it. I bought a Strat last year. I took it to one band practice and then I traded it to Rich because I realized I can't play Strats. I can no longer, for the angle that I wear them at, whatever it is, I'm constantly hitting the middle pickup, which I know you can lower the middle pickup to get out of the way, but I'd use the middle pickup when I played Strats. Biggest problem was the volume knob. I kept turning down the volume all the time, strumming. It just wasn't, it's just not ergonomically correct, and that was a what were they called? The Modern Player Strat I picked up. It was a transparent red mahogany body with two humbuckers and a single coil in the middle. Excuse me. And what a versatile sounding guitar. Like you ran it in a humbucker, it sounded like a Les Paul or an SG with that mahogany body. But then as soon as you put it in the 2 or the 4 position, take the volume knob off so you don't hit it. Well, I thought about that, but I am a bit of a volume rider at times, especially since I got rid of the noise gate on on my pedal board, because I needed more room for another overdrive. Yeah, so it lasted one practice, and then I traded to Rich for an 80s Marshall head MOSFET 100, which is more or less, it's a JCM 800 circuit, but solid state instead of tube. So, which we found that a year or 2 ago, and so I got that. Not that I think I've only ever used it once or twice. So I've got a Marshall head too. I could probably get rid of since I play exclusively through a 112 combo for the most part. Very rare do I ever pull out a head and cab because I only have one speaker cab and it's a 412 Fender. And my back just doesn't like me carrying around half stacks. I don't have to. I got a 40 watt, like I say, 40 watt single 12 tube, what do they call that? The Fender Blues Deluxe reissue. So I want to know what Marshall? The MOSFET 100 or MOSFET Lead 100. Yeah, it's a 80s vintage. I think it's an 85 or an 86, so it's more or less a JCM, just solid state. It sounds great. Basic little amp. I love it. I always loved the sound of Marshalls, but I could never dial in a Marshall for some reason. So I've always been able to get my sound much better through a Fender amp, so I just went back to exclusively with Fender stuff for now, at least, until I find something else. Although those Friedmans, gosh, I love a Friedman. First. I don't know if I've ever played through a diesel. I'd probably have to drive into Toronto to try one. And for those that don't know, I'm about 100 miles outside of Toronto. So, could. Then again, maybe I'll play through one in June if Sweetwater carries diesel and they have one available at Gearfest for me to try out. Man, I'm looking for, there's something. Yeah, Gearfest. I'm coming. I am coming. It's just working out the details. I've been talking to Mr. BHB about it, working on a plan. You're coming to Gearfest too, Sinner? Awesome. Awesome. I'm hoping, well, like everyone saw at NAMM, all the YouTubers showing up and having fun. Well, if we can get our community, not that we're not all part of the same community. I'd love to meet up with as many people as possible at Gearfest, and that's one reason I'm making the 8 hour, I think 8.5 hour drive it's going to take me. That would be insane. Yeah, love playing that. All seventh chords, all seventh chords. Probably couldn't tell quite what it was the way I play it because I play kind of sloppy and around the main beat. But we started covering the Hanky Panky a while back. My baby does the Hanky Panky. Yeah, we started covering it. I'm not even sure if we can say that on here, but I just did. Love playing that song. So much fun to play. And trading off lead breaks with Richie. It's great. Very good stuff. So yeah, Gearfest though. As I got in the mood to play just because thinking of Gearfest. I cannot wait. Got the time off from work. I booked off around Gearfest as well. I just say what you want, we do. Yeah, you do. Well, I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. Well, yeah, meanwhile, I'm drinking an adult beverage, but language-wise and stuff, just in case we get some younger viewers in, I'd love, someone just getting into guitar playing, hops on. Not that by the time we all started playing guitar, we knew all the words anyways. So, but still, we're just trying to keep it clean. So that way too, we feel a little bad if one slips, and so yeah, we'll just leave it at that. You're bad for kids. Well, you're good in some ways and bad in others. You expose kids to an awesome group of musicians and friends, and what kind of good music to listen to, and then maybe you'll educate them on a few new choice words and or phrases. Wow, I totally blew at the callus on my ring finger. Oh, lovely. Fortunately, I don't have band practice until Friday. So, yeah. Just realized I got so much stuff going on next few days, and with the weather, it's just best we'll just book a week out. Go from there. We had a good practice this week. It was weird. I hadn't actually played with the guys since the last time we gigged together, so it was like a 3-week run but just like an old hat, just fit well. So, Sinner, you said you were getting rid of some guitars. What are you looking at getting rid of? We're getting slammed with snow here in Michigan. Well, no doubt. Yeah, well, I think we're pretty much on the exact same latitude because, as I recall, you're north of Detroit by maybe an hour and a half, just off the top of my head. So yeah, it'll be just coming straight across. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm curious, Sinner, what guitars you're looking to get rid of? EVH 5150 guitar and some pedals. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I want one of those 5150 guitars, I think. Yeah, I blame Johnny Bean and Dave Nesdall for that, coming across their channel. And hey, I was just happy playing these things all the time. And then, you start hear it, and I was just like, wow, just the quote unquote shredder guitar. I never paid attention to them. I had my EX350, barely played it. I was into playing hardtail, so I just never paid attention to that whole community. And then, like, as far as I knew, I thought all Floyd Rose bridges still floated. So that shows you how much I know. I was just looking at the wear on the back of this thing. Whoop! The wear on the back of this thing. Isn't that awesome? I think that's more combination of gunk and bare wood. But my gosh, look at the back of that neck. I love that. That is no relic job, folks. That's my dad gigging with this thing. Apparently he watched the video where I showed this off, and just not for what I do. Ah, but it does have the EMG center. It has the EMGs. Yeah, he was telling me he decided, rather than commenting, he thought it'd be nice and just gave me the lowdown on this thing. He bought this thing. He actually bought it new. It is a 1967, but I think he purchased it after that. They wanted $325 Canadian. And yeah, he traded in, or he sold an Area Pro to get it, he was telling me. And then he got this, I think in Scarborough, Ontario, which is part of Toronto, more or less. East end of Toronto, where he was living at the time. I picked this up and gigged with it for a number of years, and then he retired from gigging. And he retired from gigging right around the time I started fooling around with guitars, so this is what I learned my first chords on, believe it or not. You know, I just got fortunate that the old man had a decent piece of kit. And of course, he's back in the day where you owned one guitar and one amp, and that was it. He never used pedals. So yeah, you had your one guitar. That's why he's always, wow, you got so many guitars. Why do you need so many guitars? And I said, well, to get different sounds and stuff. With hard shell case, okay, I won't read out that price center because, you know, I don't know why, but man, that's not nice deal. I assume. I know so little about them, but I know they're a beautiful guitar for, excuse me, beautiful guitar. Just leave it at that, beautiful guitar. I think they are really cool looking. I don't think I could gig with one. Yeah, it's not too shabby, not too shabby. I like myself, but not on the list right now. So that's why I'm looking at a $169 Mockingbird. Yeah, you just bought that telly, Bruce, so. Nice. US built, or I'm assuming this one I'm going to go look at. It's got to be, you know, offshore plywood. Because I remember every BC Rich I ever played, I had the worst opinion of them forever because every BC Rich I ever played were ones my friends owned growing up, and they were all plywood BC Rich. Yeah, USA built. Yeah, I figured it was. I figured it was either, you know, beautiful USA built, or it could have been a lower end, but you had owned it since you were 14. You know, it's type thing. Watcher, 5 thumbs up, thanks. Mexican internet sucks. I keep losing the feed. Hey, I'm surprised you're even tuning in, JJ. I've been watching. I've been on Facebook a whole lot today, but I was seeing some stuff last night. Man, it looked beautiful. I hope you're having a blast. And I noticed you took a guitar with you. So what guitar did you take? Sweet tones, Ben. Oh, thanks. I'm just using a little Zoom preset. I don't even. What do we got? That's number 01. I got the handy dandy patch list here to tell me. YouTube put me time out. Apparently this patch is called Studio Ballad. Sure. Oh, I see one that says traditional rock. Let's see what that sounds like. regular mini acoustic sucking down Mai Tais at the pool, and R2 R3's in. Awesome. Out today. Richie is not a fan of AC/DC, so once in a while, if he gets on my nerves at practice, I'll throw out a couple AC/DC riffs, and the rest of the guys have no problem jumping in, and it's our little inside joke. So, and he presses my buttons, but he'll play some riffs by bands I don't care for, so it's all fun. Cheers to you, all my friends. JJ's House of Jam says, yes. Cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you. Businessman, have you ever been arrested? I don't know, businessman. I don't know who, that's someone new. Businessman, have I ever been arrested? Yes. Yeah, or just I didn't even know why you're getting a haircut there or two. I don't know. I haven't had one since when was that? September 2015. I think I got a haircut. Kind of looked like Caleb's. Actually, if you've seen Caleb Rappaport, he just got his hair done. Yeah, I was saying earlier there, you hit a different preset, gives you a different tone, it gives you a different frame of mind. I just heard ZZ Top with it. Wish I knew more ZZ Top. What do I feel like playing? Missed something. Can't wait for that show, our Metal Stage podcast. I must have been looking down playing. What's going on again, if you don't mind me asking? just got in a 73 Fender P bass. Nice. Our bass player, Larry Babcock, plays 74, 75 P bass, I think. Somewhere in there. Beautiful thing. Nice. I didn't know you worked in a guitar shop, Sinner. Awesome. Thanks again for those thumbs up, guys. That really helps. Awesome. Yeah, a little ZZ Top from my buddy Bruce in Ohio. I hope you're staying warm and dry, and I don't know how the weather is there. You're kind of in the same boat as the rest of us. Or maybe you're south enough you're avoiding the calamity. Light snow, yeah, light snow, I wish. Well, actually, it has lightened up a bit since I started, but it's steady. There you go. Nice jamming. Thanks a lot, R2R3. I appreciate it, brother. Bitcoin Brian. Hey, pal. Hey, Bitcoin Brian. Man, a few new names popping in here, I must say. It's awesome, guys. Thanks. Appreciate the support. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I believe they're there, if I'm not mistaken. A little bell, little thumbs. How long have I been a hippie? Well, I'm not a hippie. I have more than one job. I run a vape shop during the day, helping people quit cigarettes. Mic volume is very low. Yeah, I don't have a mic stand, otherwise I'll be doing the Johnny Bean. Here. Move up a bit closer. There. Yeah, I'm just using a Beta 58 that's entirely too far from my face, and I don't have a mic stand here. And yeah, all my mic stands are at my storage unit or at Richie's place where we jam. So I got to invest in some more gear if I want to keep doing this. So yeah, run a vape shop during the day, sell these things, help people quit smoking cigarettes. I play in a band at night, and we've got a YouTube channel. So, but yeah, I do like my long hair. I like my grooving tunes. So, I love peace. I love love. So I guess I'm a hippie in that respect. Hope that answered the question. I like hippie music. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I just don't know any. See if we can find out some psychedelic here. Are you married or are you still a player? I'm not married, never have been, never will be. That sounds like a cocked wah. Oh, that's a lot of delay. Shady's dude. Oh, we're getting a lot of people coming in here. 40-year-old virgin channel. I don't know about that. I play guitar, so I ain't no virgin. Wow, this music is pure. Well, if you don't like it, businessman, feel free to leave. Weird, they're all coming out today. Must have hexed myself the other night. And of course, I can only see these. I can't see the Crystal Pepsis, so I assume they're leaving Crystal Pepsis. I hexed myself, and I will knock on wood just in case, but I've yet to see one of these on any of my videos. I figure it's only a matter of time. Because not everybody loves everything. You know, if you don't like it, don't watch. You know, I'm not forcing you to. Well, we got 9 people watching, 6 of these, so that's awesome. I appreciate it, guys. Man, I haven't played that riff in ages. I used to play that. That was one of the few. Come on, trolls, go drink a Crystal Pepsi. If you're not married, then how often do you get laid? If someone loves little children, is that a crime? Really? Let's see here. Hey, Bruce, can you make a comment for me? I want to. Oh, yeah, I can't even do it from here, I don't think. That's what I'm doing. Oh, crap. Hang on. There. I don't know how I gave him a moderator. Oh, shoot, you're hidden, Dry. I just did. Bruce, can you go in? I think Dry Heat 480 got hidden, and I didn't mean to do that. There, I think I added some wrenches. I'll have to see how to go in later to try to get Dry Heat 480 back. I don't know what's going on there, guys. But I threw out a couple of wrenches to Sinner and Bruce, so hopefully you guys... I didn't even know how to do that, so... Thank you. Thank you, Sinner. There, we hid that you-know-who, and I gave him a timeout, too, so... Enough. Phony guys in the chat, yeah. Weird, that's the first time that's ever happened to me. I guess I finally made it as a YouTuber. I got my first trolls. Oh, look at that, the count went down. Imagine that. Yeah. Like, I don't mind new people coming in or anything. Like, Bitcoin Brian, you seem okay so far. I don't know. I'm missing some of the chats, so... Thank you. Yeah, if one of you scrolls back in the chat and you see anything, I appreciate it. I really do. Thanks. See, it's community. I got a lot of friends on here. We just went up a viewer, so I'm wondering if he came back under another name because he's probably got a bunch of accounts. You know, whatever. That's funny though. Oh, it gave us a topic for a little while. Got my hair sticking out. Isn't that lovely? Thank you. Oh, thanks, Bruce. Yay! Try heat. Unhidden. I hope that worked. Please say you're alive and okay. YouTube moderate. How big is your fiddle? Yeah. How big is my fiddle? Don't play a fiddle. I play a Git fiddle. One of these. What? Yeah, that's obviously another, guys. Grab that other Yahoo because I've never been in New Orleans. Like at first I thought someone was doing a favor by adding, but I keep seeing the same description of a certain video come up. So obviously they're trying to promote themselves in some way. And if you want to promote your channel, tell me, or whatever. But that's, nobody needs that. So. Watch, it's one of my exes or something. You've had the best, now deal with the rest. Too bad. Oh, look at that, we're down to 3 people watching. I'm assuming JJ just dropped out again, but that's all good. And it just went back up to 4, so that could be JJ coming back. Yeah, I was playing a little UK-based stuff there for JJ. So, I don't know if anyone... I was butchering it pretty good, but I don't know if anyone could figure out what I was playing there. Yes. Oh, yeah, Simon Williams as well. Yeah, a little status quo. How many accounts does this person have? Apparently not enough that they could actually afford an avatar. Whatever. I'm in Canada, so I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh, that compressed telly sound, eh? I don't know if any of you guys tolerate country, but I like some of my older outlaw country. Good idea, Simon. Calum. Don't know that person. Do I give people lessons? Yeah. I do lessons from time to time. I guess a lot of people are doing lessons over Skype. Play some Johnny Cash. I used to play just, what was it, Folsom Prison Blues, but it's just more or less. Mostly kids when you get lessons. You mentioned Skype. No, I used to teach like in person one on one. I would go to someone's home. Um, I usually have gear with me all the time, so it's just easier that way. Come to your home. We do half hour or 1 hour weekly, bi-weekly, uh, and it all depends on what the person wants to learn. Whether it's a new student or a player that's been playing a while and wants to learn a few new licks. I can do lesson structure books. Um, what else? Of course, I'd have the parents' permission to come to the house. It's usually the parents that hire me. I don't talk directly to kids, so I work in a place that you can't enter if you're under 19. So, and I gig in bars. So unless I don't know where you would even meet me unless you run into me at a music store, and I'd never solicit music lessons at the music stores I go into because they offer lessons as well. Um, I don't read music. I have learned in the past. I just don't do it anymore. I learn mostly by ear. I can read tablature, but yeah, long story short, yes, I can give lessons. Block. Thought those were legit questions at first, but obviously not. You lured me in, you. And there's another one. I'm going to ignore. Have a good one, R2, R3. Hang on, I'm just gonna... There. Do you have a wrench now, R2? Good. Meant to give you one from the start. You were R2, R3 locking nut. Everyone knows the cat. He was one of the first to support me starting a channel. So he subscribed to me months ago, and I thought, well, gee, if he's going to subscribe to me, maybe I should do this. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, and with the messages fly up so fast, I'm usually playing, my hands are full, right? So. Funny part is they don't realize, but I keep doing this. I'm getting more views on this page. Yeah. I don't think you were ever a sub of mine. I know, Simon, it's tempting to say something. Yeah, not a problem, R2, R3. We'll talk to you soon, brother. Guitar, and Sinner and Bruce get to play some Asteroids. So I'm just wondering how many accounts are going to come up. So should I call it, guys, or you guys want to chat about anything? But then again, I feel if I cut off the live, then somebody feels like they won or something. I don't know. Whatever. I'll have a curious time going back through the videos tonight. So, anywho, yeah, I figured to hop on earlier today, due to apparently there's a football game or something today. I don't know what's going on there. Apparently. All I'm going to say is I'm a big believer in karma. Good. You're asking me to turn off my stream. Why are you watching my stream? So Simon, what is your main guitar? I'm curious. I haven't really chatted with you. I'm curious what your main go-to guitar is. Or for everybody for that matter. What's your main go-to guitar? I've got a few, but generally it's a Telecaster lately. So probably because my Les Paul isn't together at the moment. I got to drill out the headstock, the tuning peg holes, make them bigger. That seems like another lure. But as far as, let's just say, 30-year-old Japanese Strat. Nice, nice. Richie is a huge fan of Japanese stuff, like Japanese Fenders. Used to be always my Strat, but lately my new Tele. Well, it is a beautiful Tele, Bruce. We also have a 60th anniversary Tele. Nice, nice. Hey Simon, are you on Facebook? I don't do Patron, no. No, I don't ask for money. Besides, let's be honest, I have like 80 subscribers. Why would I open a Patron account? Hit me up on Facebook, Simon. If you don't mind. I'm just saying, I'd love to check out that Tele. 60th anniversary Tele. Cool. Keep popping that A string out. Never had that happen before. Well, then again, this nut was installed 30 plus years ago. There's a great story about the Tele too. Nice. I'd be curious to hear that. I would be curious to hear that. Yeah. What else we got going on? I got asked by Bruce the other day if I was gonna. We were talking due to the time of year for Gearfest, whether or not I'd be bringing any instruments with me. And I said, sure. What would you like me to bring? Basically. More than likely, I'll bring my 71 Tele. I don't know for sure, but we'll see. More than likely, I was thinking, like if any of you guys, if anything of mine that you guys want to check out, like physically try them out, whatever, just let me know. We're friends on Facebook, message me. Not obviously, I don't let just anybody play my gear, but my friends in the YouTube community definitely, and I've been really fortunate to have acquired some beautiful, some beautiful gear over the years, and not everybody gets a chance to sit down and play a piece of vintage gear. Reissues, yes, but generally, if you go into a high-end music store that has these things hanging on the walls, if out on display at all, and not in a vault somewhere, they're not letting you play it. Unless you're a serious buyer. So not everybody gets a chance to play a vintage piece of gear that we all hear about how all of our rock heroes play these amazing guitars. And I don't know, it's funny. My dad will tell you, oh, it's nothing. It's a CBS built. It's not pre-CBS, so this is junk, type thing. And I fully disagree. So I'm planning on bringing a guitar or two down with me for you guys to check out. The guys that we'll be meeting up with. So Sinner, if you want to check something of mine out, let me know. Bruce, you're more than welcome to play them. Try them out. Tell me what you think. So yeah. Oh, I'm not in drop D tuning. About as much as I learned of that the other day, and I'm pretty darn proud to have learned that. I know it's not perfect note for note, but it's close enough for me. Close enough for me to jam on. I love it. I love it. Seems like everyone's calmed down a bit for now. Maybe someone's off creating yet more YouTube accounts or something. There we go. Got a little something right near the lens. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, I was watching Alan Garber playing that on one of Johnny Bean's show, and they were doing a weird fretting of the dropped. Yeah, I forget how it was a weird. They were like fretting and reaching weird. And fortunately, one of the bands I played in, we played in drop tuning pretty much exclusively. So I've learned a few tricks how to fret and drop tuning that made it a lot easier. So, oh well. So yeah, that's my little hear about it later, I guess. What this is tuned to, or if it's in E or E flat. Can't tell anymore. I think it's standard tuning. Oh, I'm running out of things to play. Well, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap things up. It was great hanging out with Bruce and Sinner. Jim Guidry was in the house. Joe Wentz, Jaden James, Dry Heat 480, R2, R3, Locking Nut. Who else do we have? Simon Williams popped in. If I'm forgetting anybody, I do apologize. Because I know some people jump in, jump out, stuff like that. So if I missed you, say something, and I definitely give you a shout out. But again, thanks especially to Bruce and Sinner for helping me out. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Thanks again, guys. You guys are my brothers, my friends, as they say. And definitely we'll do this again soon. Don't blast. Like, don't leave. Anytime. Hey, yeah. And we'll have to get together and do a podcast together, Sinner. Love the stuff you guys are doing. I could be a potty mouth too. So yeah, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Give us one of these if you don't mind. Hit the bell, get subscribed. That way, you know whenever I'm going to be around. Yeah, I know you changed your format around there, Sinner. So anytime you want me, let me know, and if I'm free, definitely. Just give me a little notice. Unlike Joe Wentz, hey, you want to go live right now? I love Joe for you. So spur of the moment. Mr. Bruce saying later, everyone. Yeah. So again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Enjoy your Sunday, guys, and rock on. Cheers.